Welcome to Keep It Off. Today we got a good one for you. Today we're doing low-calorie chicken taquitos, and we even got our own dipping sauce. I haven't come up with a good name for it. I would like for you to comment down below what you think I should name this. Is it like a salsa verde, green goddess sauce, a mojo sauce? I don't know. But I came up with this sauce. You tell me what I should call it. My name is Tommy, and I'm on my own weight loss journey. I've lost well over 200 pounds, and I am not at my goal yet. So if you like videos just like this, where we come up with recipes and cover the whole gamut of dieting lifestyle, then please consider subscribing to Keep It Off, as we have a whole lot more in store for you. Let's go!
Get strong.
So for this recipe, you're gonna need some chicken breast, some fresh cilantro, Joseph's Lavish flatbread, chicken broth, 4 cheese Mexican, some seasonings. We have taco seasoning, black pepper, garlic, onion powder, and salt. And for our green goddess sauce, or sauce to be named, we need some lime juice, some cilantro avocado yogurt dressing. We're gonna need a half a packet of guacamole, and you're gonna need some fat-free Greek yogurt. We're gonna be using this machine, and this machine's gonna do all the work for us. Stage 1 is we're gonna pressure cook our protein. Stage 2, we're gonna air fry the taquitos. I gotta tell you, this recipe is super simple and it is amazing. We're gonna get our bucket, we're gonna throw our chicken in here, and we're gonna season it. You're not gonna need a whole packet of chicken breast. However, because we're gonna pressure cook this, why not have this chicken prepped and in the fridge? So if I wanna make more taquitos in the future, or just top a salad or anything like that, my chicken is ready and prepped. Before we throw it in there, the only thing we are gonna do is we're gonna trim off that fat. Put a nice clean chicken breast into your pot. So now that we've trimmed off all that fat, now we're just going to season it. The way that I do it, you can do it to your taste. I put some onion powder, some garlic, some taco seasoning, and some black pepper. We're gonna season it with some fresh cilantro. We're just gonna cut some of this up and put it into our pressure cooker. Dump that fresh cilantro right into the top of the chicken. We're gonna put this pot on a scale, and we're gonna get some broth in there, because instead of adding water, might as well put some broth, and it'll actually give it some flavor. This broth won't make it into the taquitos because we're gonna have to strain and drain it, because we don't want that wetness in a fried taquito. We want it crispy, still juicy, but crispy. So 280 grams going in. One last step before we get it into our pressure cooker, we're gonna salt it. I almost forgot to put salt on the chicken. That would have been a nightmare. And for anyone who hasn't used a pressure cooker before, it's just a really fast slow cooker. Just think of the end result of your meal out of a slow cooker, that tenderness, the juiciness. That's how a pressure cooker will prepare your food, just a lot faster. Instead of slow cooking something for 8 hours, you can pressure cook it in 40 minutes and get the same result. Now, if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can still put this in the oven or use a slow cooker. The texture that I'm going for is that pulled chicken, that shredded chicken type of effect. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna put this on high for 40 minutes. All right, now that our pressure cooker is done with the chicken, we're just going to vent it. Now that the pressure's out, you're able to open your lid. The aromas are amazing. Now, I know we added all that chicken broth. We are gonna be straining it. Very tender. You can just press on it and it just falls apart. That pressure cooker is just like a slow cooker in the sense that your meat is very tender. So you can just pull it apart and have that shredded pulled chicken effect. We're gonna be using nowhere near this amount of chicken. I prep it now so I don't have to waste time later. So we'll just keep some chicken on the strainer. We have a ton of shredded chicken now, and this will last me probably the whole week. We're only using about 5 ounces of chicken today, and there is way more than that in here. So nice, juicy, delicious chicken. I throw this chicken on salads, taquitos, taquitos, you can make tacos. Guys, so what we're gonna wrap these taquitos in is the Joseph's Lavish bread. Now, each one of these wraps is 120 calories, but each one of these wraps will make 4 taquitos. So it's only 30 calories per taquito that you're using for the wrap. And these crisp up beautifully, as I'm gonna show you. So you just take out one of these sheets, and what you're gonna do, if you take a pizza cutter, get yourself a nice seam by folding it in half, and then just follow that seam with the pizza cutter like a sheet of paper. So as I said, each sheet is gonna make 4 taquitos. I usually eat about 5 taquitos as a meal. As I said, we did the pressure cooking and we're gonna do the air frying all in this one unit. I'll just put my air frying bucket right inside here. We're also gonna be using this Mexican 4 cheese, and we're only using 7 grams per taquito. And while 7 grams doesn't sound like a lot, it's plenty. When it's per taquito, you get a nice flavor. So I'm gonna portion out some cheese, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zero out my scale, and I'm gonna make one little pile here, trying to get a total of 7 grams. And then we'll zero out. Okay, so that's enough for 4 taquitos. And then we're gonna do 30 grams of chicken in each of these wraps. So 30 grams is just over an ounce. That's enough to get us started. You're gonna take one of these, you're gonna put your 30 grams of chicken right in there. You're gonna kind of like compress it a little bit, tighten it up, and then you're gonna add your cheese, and then you're just gonna roll it right in. And you're gonna want a tight roll. And we're just gonna place that seam down right into the air fryer, give a nice 0-calorie spray to the bottom of the air fryer just so it doesn't stick. And then we're gonna rinse and repeat and do some more. My air fryer could probably hold about 5 taquitos at a time. Let's get wrapping. We've got all our taquitos kind of packed in there nicely. They're not really touching each other. We're gonna do 400 degrees for 7 minutes. And while that's air frying, we're gonna prepare our green goddess sauce. This serving that we're making is for 2 servings. My wife and I share it. It's plenty. I'm probably overestimating it, saying you're gonna use half of this at a time. You probably won't. Once you hear the macros on it, you won't be too concerned. First thing we're gonna do is get our guac, and that's 28 grams. 28 grams of guac is not a whole lot. That's okay. 15 grams of our cilantro avocado yogurt. Tear at the scale, start fresh, 15 grams. Fat-free Greek yogurt, 21 grams. I am not a fan of fat-free Greek yogurt by itself, but in recipes, don't sleep on this one. 5 grams of your lime juice. And this, 2 servings. And I just use this as a dipping sauce. All right, this Greek goddess sauce, as you can see here, is really creamy. And it's plenty of sauce, and it has a lot of flavor. These taquitos came out absolutely beautiful. I mean, the structure is perfect. They hold up so nicely, and they are crispy. For one of these taquitos, all you got here is 81 calories, 12.1 grams of protein, 3.5 net carbs, and only 2.3 grams of fat. I normally would consume 5 of these in a meal. The numbers on that, just for the taquitos, 405 calories, 60.3 grams of protein, only 17.5 net carbs, 11.4 grams of fat. That is great. 400 calories for a meal. I couldn't consume 10 of these, but if you did, 800 calories for a whole meal is fantastic. For our Greek goddess sauce, our avocado lime sauce, whatever you want to call it, remember, comment down below what I should call this sauce. For half of this, which is 1 serving, only 42 calories, 1.5 grams of protein, 2.9 grams of fat, and 1.4 net carbs. I mean, you could really have at it and dip and not worry about it. 42 calories, even if you consume the whole thing, we're talking 480 calories for the sauce and all the taquitos. Let's taste test this bad boy. I'm in love, guys. This is one of my new favorites for sure. Guys, so good. The chicken is so tender and very, very flavorful. You got the cheese in there. The taquito itself, the Joseph's Lavish bread, is very crispy. And then with that avocado lime, it's just on the money. So good. And for 5 of these, you're getting 60 grams of protein for only 400 calories. For 400 calories, a good recipe should get you 40 grams of protein. So for 400 calories to get 60 grams of protein, wow. That crunch. If you found this video to be helpful, please like, comment, and consider subscribing to keep it off, because we got a whole lot more in store for you. And remember, get it off and keep it off. Peace.
Be strong. Be strong.